Hold on, Jordan Castle. This is news to me. Fatal four-way.
Well, listen, Barry Sweeney, card always subject to change, but here at Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre, we don't subtract, we add. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. Fatal four-way action on tap right now. Barry, it's rare for us to say this about a New England boy, unbiased though we may be, but I can't say that I'm partial to the attitude of one Stanley Logan, despite how impressive an athlete he is.
Oh, come on. Talk about attitudes here. Let's talk about an infectious attitude. Let's talk about a guy who can bring the vibe up, down, sideways, wherever he wants it to go. Allan Breeze. This kind of guy has an electric personality. This kind of guy I'm so glad to have here in Skyfire once again.
Recent graduate of the NJPW Academy, recently making his NJPW Strong debut. It's part of the Strong Survivor Series at the Capital Collision Buy-In. Allan Breeze on the run of his career here and looking to parlay that momentum into success here in Skyfire. Of course, we knew about Allan Breeze, a last-minute addition, making this a triple threat.
But this is a fatal four.
Who's the fourth? Well, that is not the music of the scheduled competitor in the triple threat, the former Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion. Oh, boy.
You know, you hate to see him go. You hate it even more when he comes back. How can you miss him if he don't go away? But I wouldn't miss him at all, Javi Baja here.
Javi Baja already making his presence felt here tonight in the corner of fellow locker room member Gustavo Perez, helping him to victory against CJ Tino. Maybe they're going to make it 2 for 2 here in the locker room.
You know, if the morale wasn't any lower for the locker room, you know, Javi tearing up that sign that I can only deign once said a certain expletive about Javi Baja. I can't imagine what that might stand for.
Talk about a chip on a shoulder, Barry Sweeney.
The fairy tale story might not have had the ending that he wanted it to, but the inaugural Skyfire champion still has that electric ability to connect with the Skyfire Pro Championship faithful.
All stories come to an end, Barry Sweeney. All good things must come to an end. It is the unfortunate part of life and professional wrestling, and really, they're not so different after all. But for the Rebel Storm, it's about inking that sequel. It's about finding the next chapter.
Doesn't matter how many people are here in the Primal compound, it sounds louder and louder every time. That's why I think this guy's journey back to that Skyfire Championship might be shorter than he thinks.
And we know Rebel Storm has said it himself. He wants to earn his way back to that championship. He doesn't want to be handed anything by virtue of popularity. That's why he took this matchup against not one, not two, but three very, very impressive competitors. Though Barry Sweeney, if there was a popularity contest, the match would be over before it started.
You know, it's hard to say you're more magnanimous than Allan Breeze in any given room, but I think Rebel Storm might have him beat in that category anyhow. But we're about to get... Right. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, take your crutch and go home, kid. We're all the same here. Whether or not Rebel Storm...
Hold on, Barry, they're saying something. They're calling him something.
You know, our ground floor correspondence, you know, it's not coming up so clear through the headphones here. But I imagine that's saying something a bit...
Well, they were saying something a bit chippy. Stanley Logan saying something a bit chippy here.
Stanley Logan is the kind of guy who came all the way from Arizona, all the way from Rhode Island, to deprive Rebel Storm of his opportunity for a title once again. Listen, this is the kind of guy who's an incredible competitor in his own right. And meanwhile, Allan Breeze and Rebel Storm in tandem now. What a tag team I didn't know I wanted.
Logan reaping what he sows here. Fireman's carry from Allan Breeze, depositing Logan face first on the top turnbuckle. And now these two fan favorites channeling their energy. Maybe you're not too smart, my friend. Maybe, just maybe.
Jordan Castle, what do you think GFY stands for?
You tell me.
You know, I have a few guesses in my head.
Perhaps going to do something to yourself? Perhaps?
I can only speculate. But this is a match I'd love to see, a singles match that I'd love to see. Both these men are incredible competitors in their own right.
Headlock takeover here from the Rebel Storm. That's the thing about a fatal four-way matchup like this, Barry Sweeney. It is one fall to a finish. Right now, it's Allan Breeze and the Rebel Storm. Any given moment, Stanley Logan or Javi Baja, waiting patiently on the outside, could reinsert themselves. And none of these men have to be involved in the decision of this matchup to lose this matchup.
And talk about the shape of his life. Well, Javi Baja and Logan.
There it is.
Pick the opportunity. Now, again, we talk about having this opportunity on the line here. Whether or not that's official pen to paper, Rebel Storm didn't just want to invoke his rematch clause straight out the gate. He wanted to go through the challenge to prove that he was still in fighting trim. And from what I saw with Allan Breeze just there, that's some athleticism we don't often see from him.
Yeah, but the Rebel Storm taken out of the equation now, as is Allan Breeze. From two fan favorites to two men who are, well, not in Stanley Logan and Javi Baja, working over Allan Breeze here.
Golly!
Nasty kick to the back of Breeze.
You gotta wonder.
Cover here from Baja again. Logan realizes it. He could have lost the match there if Allan Breeze hadn't kicked out while Logan's back was turned, while he was posing towards the fans. He could have lost the match without being pinned, without being submitted.
Case in point, that's the danger of a fatal four-way contest.
That's the danger of these temporary alliances we often see. They are doomed to fail. But seemingly re-establishing themselves here are Logan and Baja, now taking the fight to the Rebel Storm.
What a
big knee!
Goodness gracious, you gotta wonder if the locker room's looking for some special teams, like a kicker or a punter or something like that.
Credit where credit is due. Temporary, unwary alliance though it may be, Baja and Logan working very, very well together here against a former Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion.
But it's all about the jaw jacking, it's all about the ego, it's all about just absolutely taking away what the fans want to see, which is the Rebel Storm.
Well, Barry, I'll make a correction there. That's not what it's all about. It's about winning and getting closer to championship gold. That's what Stanley Logan and Javi Baja make it all about.
Fair enough, but listen, Allan Breeze in the meantime here.
Reinserting himself, but perhaps at an inopportune moment, Stanley Logan and Javi Baja taking the fight to him now. Perhaps the strategy is to isolate the ring, cut out the fan favorites, Breeze and Storm, until it's a traditional one-on-one contest.
Listen, Allan Breeze is one of my favorite competitors to watch. And that was even before he went, but look at this, Tenryu style.
Case in point. Before he went to Wareberry, the NJPW Academy, learning under the likes of Fred Rosser and Kushida, becoming the best version of himself we've yet to see.
And meanwhile, shades of Shibata there on that huge drop kick.
And a kick out there. Allan Breeze stepping up his game in a big way. Gone are the days of the pool noodle and the dancing and the fun-loving goofball. Taking himself seriously, and Javi Baja needs to take him seriously. As on the outside, Rebel Storm and Stanley Logan trading shots right in front of our commentary booth.
And we've unfortunately had to talk about the second and third strings of the locker room, whether or not Coach Mac Wilkes is in the building right now.
I hope not.
But Javi Baja, oh my God. Javi Baja, meanwhile in the ring here, take nothing away from him. He's a talented competitor. He's amateur trained. This is the kind of guy who brings so much to the table. Now imagine if he did it the right way. Imagine if he wasn't so busy calling people Muppets.
He's gonna look like a Muppet after that, gonna talk like a Muppet after that shot to the face from Allan Breeze. This action's so difficult to follow. On the opposite side of the ring, Stanley Logan and the Rebel Storm taking the fight to one another. Logan jaw-jacking to the ringside fan, and the Rebel Storm catching him unaware. Barry, this one, there's no disqualification, and we are quickly losing the plot, my friend.
Meanwhile, Allan Breeze, Rebel Storm, Stanley Logan. I mean, listen, this is becoming so difficult to track here. I'm surprised Juan Montano's doing anything more than trying to keep track of pins and submissions.
The man deserves a raise, Shaw. That's all I'm saying. It's neither here nor there. I do wonder, Barry, if some of this negative attitude from Stanley Logan is because of this becoming a fatal four-way match. At one point, was expecting a singles opportunity against the former world champion. Then at the last minute, Allan Breeze was added to the matchup. And then, seemingly today, Javi Baja added to the matchup. So Logan has to feel slighted here.
Look at this, Logan. Big STO in the middle of the ring there.
Cover. And a kick out from Storm. Looking to prove that despite the odds, despite the numbers game, he still has what it takes to walk away victorious in his Skyfire Pro debut. Dropping the elbows on the chest of the Rebel Storm as Javi Baja sends Allan Breeze cover. Sends Allan Breeze head first into that corner ring post.
And to speak on your point earlier about Stanley Logan here, I'm sure it's put a chip on his shoulder, the fact that two other men have been added to this match to make it a fatal four-way in the first place. But take nothing away from the guy. He made his intentions very, very clear. He might be a stranger here at Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre. He might be an outsider, but he is looking to stake his claim, defeat the former champion, and make a name for himself. But listen,
it's very easy to defeat the former champion when every time the former champion mounts some type of comeback, Javi Baja is there to cut him off.
And just smothering him in the corner.
Now Javi Baja there, perhaps some Coach Mac tendencies coming out to play, directing traffic here. But it may be all for naught. The Thunder Wonder with an answer for Logan and Baja alike.
Running into 5 knuckles, 10 apiece. Oh, what an enziguri.
What an elbow.
In some dangerous position right now for the Rebel Storm.
This could be potentially cataclysmic for the former Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion, Baja and Logan. Thinking double superplex, but there's Breeze.
We talk about a tidal wave. We talk about the eye of the hurricane. Now it's about to be a tsunami in that ring!
Tower of Doom! AJ and Big Justice would be so proud.
Boom. Four men down. Neither one of their feet quite yet. Allan Breeze struggling to those ropes, to his feet.
Back up to his feet first. Javi Baja not far behind him, and Breeze dropping him. Bit of a sidewinder there, bit of a tribute to Coach Fred Rosser, but a sick kick from Logan levels Breeze.
Banana Rama Slamma! Javi Baja here.
And what would it mean for any of these men? German suplex here from Javi Baja, shoulders down. Cover broken up by Allan Breeze. What would it mean for any of these men to pick up a victory, not only in this matchup, but especially pinning the shoulders of the former Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion, the inaugural Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion?
Case in point here, we're about to find out.
Allan Breeze looking to do just that, but Rebel Storm saying it ain't that easy.
No, Thunderstruck countered.
And now Allan Breeze with a fireman's carry, but from behind, Javi Baja with the crutch. And it's a fatal four-way.
Completely legal.
No disqualifications. Javi
Hawk pound.
Stanley Logan there, clearly this partnership between him and Baja has disintegrated. We knew it was an inevitability. And there's Rebel Storm sending Logan and Baja careening into one another.
With the crutch neutralized, with Stanley Logan out of the ring. Javi Baja is about to be thunderstruck.
That's all she wrote, baby. Count to 101.
And the former champion staking his claim once again.
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, to quote another legendary band. But for the Rebel Storm, it is step by step. It is brick by brick, all the way back to either Jeremiah Fresh or Zara Zacher and that Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre Championship.
Anybody's game in our main event, but it was anybody's game here, and the Rebel Storm, through his temerity, through his never say die attitude, pulled through. Some words from the former champion. Perhaps a karaoke night.
Perhaps a karaoke night.
You go through a match
No
like that,
one
you
can say me the things that you've done. Come on, Barry! Shot through the heart,
and you're too
to blame, darling. You give
a
love
bad name.
Bam, bam, play my heart, and you play your game, darling. You give love a bad name.
I didn't know Scott Stapp covered that. That's great.
Shaw, I'm sorry.
Hey! First off, I want to say to the other three competitors, we would make it easy. Oh, you sure didn't make it easy. Stanley Logan will proceed around sometime. Allan Breeze. He's a great fighter. Javi Baja was in this match as well.
That's true. That's factually correct.
There's an elephant in the room here. And that is the last time you all saw me, I walked in here. The Skyfire Pro Championship champion. And we're gonna walk out. Skyfire Pro Championship champion. Now that's exactly. Now tonight, this is.
Shut up, Remy. Jesus, man.
And tonight, we're gonna have a little in between Jeremiah Fresh. And the petite powerhouse, Zara Zacher.
Crowd is torn.
Destiny could change tonight. The wheels of the fate keep turning. But one thing I want to make clear right now, and from all the time our brothers in the universe, whoever wins that main event, Rebel Storm is enacting his rematch clause.
The claim has been staked.
I want my championship back in my hand.
Sounds official to me, Barry.
All you. The Rebel wins hold on that belt tight. The Rebel Storm's coming back for what's his. Play the music, I'm out of here.
October 12th at Terror Dome, right back here at Primal Pro Wrestling. Remains to be seen if it'll be Zara Zacher or Jeremiah Fresh, but one way or another, Rebel Storm will be vying to regain his Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre Championship.
Jeremiah, Zara, honey, you got a big storm coming, and that's going to be at the Terror Dome next month.